Hello Prime Coders, welcome back to Prime Coding channel. So in today's video, I will be talking about 31st of March 2025 shift to solution. Okay, so paper analysis would be added in this particular video as well as the coding questions. So stay tuned till the end, you will get to know more in this particular video. So without wasting any further time, I am Aditya Mishra and you are watching Prime Coding. So paper analysis. So the paper analysis, you can see the numerical section was moderate to hard. Now they changed the pattern. Now TCS has changed the pattern and the question level is raised still moderate to hard in the numerical section, because from the previous few shifts the questions were coming in the medium stage, isn't it? But now they have increased the level of the examination. So verbal lengthy paragraphs were there. But the best part is candidate practice these kind of questions from our provided mock sheets and they are able to do it. Okay, because we got tons of success rate on our mock tests and people are loving it too. So advanced section, if I discuss about advanced section, easier than the foundation. So this is the streak. What do you mean by streak, Aditya? Which means that previous few shifts, like I can say most of the shift advanced section was pretty doable and every student said that it is coming under the easiest portion of the examination. So the coding question 1, which is on prime numbers, which is also part of our mock test, as well as I provided free TCS NQT sheets. Okay, free TCS NQT coding sheet. So if you have not prepared your coding, this coding sheet will help you out, and from that too this question came straight away. Okay, that shows the experience that we have of training people, isn't it? So if you're wondering, this you have written free, what about this? Guys, this cost you only 56 rupees. Only 56 rupees. No one on the internet can provide you on this particular range, and I am providing 2 mock tests which is of 6 hours of content in just 56 rupees. Okay, I will let you know what you can do, how you can avail it or something. Okay, so yeah, this is the paper analysis that we got. See, we are also contacting students to get this kind of feedback, but most of the students are not able to remember their questions. So yes, I will let you know everything, but before moving ahead, let me discuss about the question 1. So I will highly recommend all of my viewers to please pause this video and attempt this question right away. Okay, so I hope you have attempted this question. Now I will tell you how you can give a attempt to this particular wonderful, very easy questions, which is write a program that accepts 2 integer input x and y. Okay, so you need to accept x and y as input. Clear? Then which denote specific positions in the sequence of prime numbers. So which denotes the specific position, the sequence of prime number. The program should identify the prime numbers at these positions. Okay, so program should identify the prime numbers on this particular position, compute their product, which means x into y. X is the location of xth prime number and y is the location of yth prime number, and you need to find the product of them. Clear? Then subtract 1 from the result. So whatever product that will go, let's say you have denoted product as p, you need to subtract it by 1 and that would be your particular answer and display the final output. So the best part is no input errors. The second best part is easy print. Okay, because in few shifts they are giving some big comments and that comments also have some issues. That's why people are not able to pass the test cases. But the code which I will show you will definitely pass 7 out of 7 test cases. Very clear. Although the candidate who sent this particular coding question to us has solved 7 out of 7 test cases of this particular question, but he was not able to solve second question. Why? Because it was on tree. I will come on that particular question too. So 3, 5 is the third location and 5th location prime number you need to find. So what all prime numbers here? So prime numbers you can see 2, 3, 5, 7. Then what we have as a prime number? 11, isn't it? So it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But as third and fifth, you can see the output is 54. How third prime number is 5, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need to take as one base indexing. So this is how you need to analyze at what particular location you need to return what. Very clear. Then fifth prime number is 11. So fifth prime number is 11. So 5 into 11 will give you 55, and question said that you need to subtract it by -1. You will get 54 as your answer, and I think most of the people will able to do because they know how to find prime numbers. Okay, although it is a repeated question, I think so, because prime number repeated twice in this particular shift. Okay, so this shows it is important, and also it is included in our mock test, in our coding sheets as well. Clear? Very clear. So let me discuss about the code. Now, code would be very easy, I believe, but let me give a try. Otherwise, people will say, yeah, you don't teach the programming. Okay, so in the programming part, what you can do is you have 3 and 5. So this is X, this is Y, and this is space separated input. Okay, don't assume that they are giving 2 spaces between it. Only 1 space would be there. I just mentioned to dash as it is. Okay, so what you can do is you need to create, first of all, the infinite series. Now people will say, sir, how I can create infinite series, how I can stop my while loop and stuff. So what I can tell you is, you know how many times you need to start your while loop. If I will call with X, you need to start from the first prime number till what step? Third step, isn't it? So if I talk you to find the fifth prime number, so you need to start from first again, and till where? Till fifth step you need to go, isn't it? So you know, indirectly, you know the stopping point. So why don't you create a function which takes the input as X, and X is the universal X. I'm not talking about this particular X. Or let me change the variable, otherwise people will say that, yeah, I don't understand. So yes, let's say this is f of k I took. Okay, now I have k steps that I need to take it, isn't it? So I will create the num as 1 in the beginning, or I will create a counter. I will create a counter which will be initialized on 1, because I need to have the fifth location thing. So I will write, or I will start it from the 0. Okay, not a problem, because it's just a counter. So yes, it will go till 0. Okay, so what I will do is, I know when I need to stop. I already told you that if it is on 5, you need to stop on the 5th location, isn't it? And if it's 3, you need to stop on 3rd location. Very clear. So I need to stop on k location. So I can write it as while, or it's solely upon you what you can do. So while my count, because count is the current pointer that we are maintaining, while count is less than equals to k, you need to start your loop, isn't it? And you need to end it. So I will say that, okay, we are on the very first step, so num plus plus, and I will tell that if E is prime, of my particular num, if it is true, then what I need to do, I need to just increment my counter, isn't it? So yes, I will just increment it and I will get that particular number. Clear? So yes, now what step I need to go? In the last, what number will have the particular prime number, if you can think of, isn't it? So you can are you able to see 1? Because what will happen, let's say the k value is equivalent to 3. Okay, so k value is equivalent to 3, so num value will be 1. I'm showing you the dry run. Okay, so k value is equivalent to 3. Let me close the maths because it's coming up boxes. So yeah, so 3. So num is equivalent to 1, and I can see that in the very first iteration, it say that 0 is less than 3. Yes, it is. So num plus plus. So my num value will become 2, and I will check, is that prime? I will create a simple random function to find prime. It is very easy. Why it is so, okay, still. So very easy. I will show you in the code part. I told you tons of time. Okay, tons of time. It is very easy. You just need to write a for loop for I equal to 2, and it should go till where it should go, I should be less than square root of n, and I would be plus plus, or if your num is mod I and it is equivalent to 0, then that number is unfortunately not a prime number. Otherwise that number is particular prime number. So is prime function state this particular thing, or I can say that instead of this, you can write it as null. Very clear? So this is your num function. Very clear. So see how I wrote it in a single pseudo code, but I will tell you the exact code too. So count plus plus. So what will actually happen? Now count pointer become 1. Clear? Then you have again it will run and it will see that okay, is that 1 is less than 3? Yes, it is. Please increment my num. So your num will become this time 3. Clear? So if it becomes 3, it will check, is my number is prime? It will say yes, it is prime. So please increment your counter. So your counter will become 2. Now third step, what will be the third step? It will 2 is less than 3. So 2 is less than 3. Definitely it is less than 3. So please increment it. So your num become 4 now. Your num become 4 and it will check, is that prime? Is that prime? No, it is not prime. Then what will happen? In the fourth step, again it will check, 2 is less than 3. Okay, that's why I used while loop, because I know when I was writing while, you might think, why don't you use for loop here? Because in for loop, it will keep on incrementing. But here, I need to make sure that if I am not finding, till I am not found out my third location prime, I need to iterate it. So yes, it becomes 2 and now my nums becomes 3 and is prime will say that yes, 3 is a prime number. Then I will increment my counter. My counter will become from 2, it will become 3. Now this condition will become false. In the fifth step, 3 is less than 3. No, 3 is not less than 3. 3 is equivalent to 3. So in the last, what will happen? You will have num as 5. Okay, num as 5 and that is our respective answer of third location. So the homework would be dry run with k value is equals to 5 and you will get your answer. So without wasting any further time, let me tell you about the code snippet. Okay, so yes, I will show you the runnable codes, everything, resources and where you can find this particular resources as well. But stay till the end so that you can analyze everything. The same thing whatever I spoke, if num is less than 2, which means definitely it is not a prime number. But if I goes to 2, I into I, which is you can either go from I square to I square or you can either go the square root, it's one of the same. So why it is one of the same? Because n is equals to I square of I square, which is I square. So you can say that I is equals to root n. So it will be many things that you can derive, isn't it? So yes, clear. So what will happen now is it will go till num and I plus plus. Clear? So if I plus plus is there, if any time I found that it is divisible, which means it is not a prime, otherwise it's a prime number. Okay, now this is find the nth prime. What is nth prime? You just need to take two inputs as I took, then prime x, prime y, find nth prime x, find n prime y, and you are able to find it. So int result is equals to prime x into prime y minus 1. Very clear. So system.out.println output plus result and scanner.close will help you out to find the two of the location thing. And as question said that find the product. I found that and I subtracted by 1. Very clear. And here whatever I spoke, that increment your num, increment your counter when you have found the prime number, and the last just return the number because your number will have the respective answer. So that this would be the code, and the homework for you would be time complexity and space complexity of this particular code. Although TCS doesn't matter about the time complexity and space complexity, but still I want to know that how much my prime coding people know. Okay, because I always speak about time and space complexity. So there's a massive success rate. What do you mean by it? Because people are transforming their interview opportunity into the offer letter and making their parents proud, because parents are happy to invest if you are investing on your education, career, and here we are creating your career, isn't it? So in-depth technical mock interview where it will be simulated via the experts who crack Infosys, SP roles, then TCS Prime, Digital, Ninja, and much more. But most of the people are from SP role and Prime role, and few people are 3 years of experience as well. Okay, so they will be taking your mock interview and everything would be tested. Your HR, MR will be tested, like master behavioral questions and impress TCS interviewer, full interview simulation, ace board technical and HR things, resume review, identify your weakness and stand out with your CV, will tell you what to make modification, where you need to make modification, personalized feedback and expert guidance from the experts. And I can bet you no one can spell you more than 90 minutes in the mock interview on the internet. Okay, because it doesn't matter about the time. We can go till 120 minutes as well. But our motivation is to help you out at every stage. Until you are not satisfied, will not leave any of the session. That is my tongue to you. Okay. So until you're not satisfied, until you're not clear with your doubt, no one will leave you. If someone leave, the full refund is there. But if any of the mentors said that 100% this guy will be shortlisted, you will be shortlisted there and there itself. Very clear? Clear. So now let me discuss about the C++ code. Although the C++ code also looks very same. Here again, I square I would be used. So if any time it will be equal to 0, which means it is not a prime number. Otherwise, it's a prime. Okay, so find nth prime number, int count equals to 0, num equals to 1, count is less than n plus plus, same as Java, not a single line of difference. Just C in CX as well as calling up the function, finding up the answer which question asks us to create and returning it in the last. Okay, but in here in the Python, you can see the logic has been deferred. Whatever I explained, I wrote it here as it is. So num, if it is less than 2, return false. Iterate for a for loop till the square root of n, and if you find that your num is divisible by 0, which means return false, otherwise returns true. So find nth prime, which is count num 0 1, which is while count is less than n, num plus 1 if is prime of num, which means if you're given num, let's say that 3 has been passed, so if it is prime, it will return true, counts will be incremented by 1, return num. Okay, so x and y taken input because the input was in the gap, like space separated in the best word I can say that. Clear? Then calling up with the x, calling up with the y, finding up the respective answer as the question said and printing it because question want us to print. So this is the Python code. Now the thing is, if any one of your friend has appeared for TCS NQT 31st shift or any of the shift, okay, any of the shift will be 25, 26, 27 or any of the shift, will request you to help your peers or juniors, at least help your juniors, because your 10 minutes of time can make their career, isn't it? Because I know you will be struggling to know about the shift solution. You're going here and there to find the question which came recently, but you are the one who will help your community grow. Okay, community to grow. So yes, the Google form link would be in the description and I will show you in the last as well, although how you can claim this PDF so that you can practice all the questions. And I will tell you how you can redeem the free coding sheets where the questions are coming from, isn't it? So yes, please fill the Google form. It's a request from Prime Coding members and from me as well. Okay, because we all want to help our community to grow as well as to get place in TCS in upcoming thing. So what is this, Aditya? What is this, Aditya? Click here. And what is this? So this is the runnable playground. Okay, where you can change your language. It will show Py, it will show Java, whatever language you love. You just need to click that option and run the code. What it is, I will show you now. Before going to see the particular code, please see this particular sheet that you can fill. Okay, just provide your name and this thing which is date, and tell us about the aptitude section so that we can help your upcoming peer. This link would be in the description straight away. Okay, so this is the runnable code. Okay, you just need to change the language. If you want to go in Python 3, you can come to the Python 3 or go to C++, then you can go to C++. In the last, you can see there is a stand in button, isn't it? Stand in button. You just need to click that so that you will provide the input. Just run the code and it will run like a champ. You will get your output as 54 and whatever you want to play with, you can play with. Okay, so any code you want to access, you can access right away here, and this will be uploaded on my TopMate account. You can see what mock test I was talking about. The mock test was this real mock test. It's 69 rupees, but if you come from the link which is there in the description, you can apply Aditya-20 coupon code. The coupon code is also linked in the description so that you can avail the 20% discount and this 69 will become 56. Clear? Very clear. And you just need to come up. I will be adding up into the TCS NQT folder about the 31st of question PPT2 so that you can redeem and play with it and learn as it is. Okay. So thanks for watching this channel. Please share with your friend so that your friend can also subscribe this channel, share his knowledge to your friends and his peers so that your peers can get placed in TCS in upcoming stage. Okay, so we'll meet you with a new video soon. Until then, take care.